I'm excited about tonight. Guys,
Oh yeah.
this is going to be awesome. I just want to say welcome to episode 156 of the Drag Driver Pete Show presented by Summit Racing. You guys can tell already from the get-go it's going to be a great night because special guest co-host Mr. UK Tom going to be on tonight. Tom Bagley. It's going to be awesome. Dude, what time is it where you're at right now?
It's 1 a.m. right now. But
Dude.
I'm freshly back from race week, so the jet lag is like really bad. So we're kind of just making it up as we go along.
That's exactly right. It's going to be awesome. Tonight's show is a big one. We've got the 4 quickest racers from Rocky Mountain Race Week 1.0 2026. They're going to be here telling stories. And I think this is going to be a good time. I'm actually have given them 90 minutes. So I think we're going to have a ton of stuff. But before that, we're going to talk about Six Summer, who's leading, who's out, and who's working on stuff this week. So I'm going to hit the intro video and then we'll kick this thing off.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys, like I said, welcome to episode 156 of the Drag Driver Pete Show presented by Summit Racing. My name is Mike Narks. I'm the host of this episode you're watching here, and then also the host of the news that happens on Saturday mornings. And my guy tonight, my guy to my left, I mean, I can't call you my right-hand man,
No.
except you kind of were you were like the extra hand I needed at the circuit. And then, dude, you kicked ass at Rocky Mountain. But Tom, tell them who you are. What's going on, man?
So my name is UK Tom, or better known as Tom Bagley, or Corndog Tom, or the guy that needs a wife. Just saying. Yep, here, fresh off Rocky Mountain Race Week. Mike hit me up like 5 hours ago and said, "Hey, can you co-host, please? Because Eric is really busy right now." So,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Eric, who normally sits in that seat, is he's at Six Summer and having a good time. Him and Tommy Dupree, I think he's trying to find Tommy. They were going to have a good time and kind of imbibe a little bit tonight because it's rainy up there for Six Summer. So you got to do that kind of stuff as you go along. Well, guys, one of the best things about Tom being on tonight is he is one of our race car friends. So like I say this every week, like, thank you for being our race car friends. Thank you for all the stuff you guys do for us. Tom is one of those people that does that stuff for us, and other folks are going to be on tonight. So it's going to be kind of fun hanging out with them. And the comments, I'm sure, are going to pop off as they are already because you are in here. So it's going to be awesome. And then, of course, thank you to our sponsors who make all of this possible. Without those guys, without these folks on the screen, we couldn't do what we do here. So just want to run through them real quick. Summit Racing, of course, title sponsor of the show, the news, and the circuit. I mean, they're a big part of not just what we do here, but all of Drag and Drive, not just sponsors, but also racers. Tommy Dupree, Jim Greenleaf are racing at Drag Week, dude. This is going to be fun. Tommy's new car, he did turn and burn in it. I mean, dude, this thing's going to be nuts. I can't wait to get my hands all over it and look at it and touch it. Of course, Deech Works, the official fuel delivery of Drag Driver P, but also the official fuel delivery of UK Tom as well, bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Big part of that 951.
Yeah. Put that system to work, and we went 990s at like 8,500 feet DA. So didn't need it there, but we needed it down south, and yeah, it was crazy.
That's for sure. Molly Motorsports, of course, first or best stuff, best pistons in the game, pistons, rings, all that kind of cool stuff. They've got Driven Racing Oil, who's at Six Summer right now in the truck and their brand new trailer. And Eric, if you're watching this, I need footage of the trailer, bro. We need footage of the driven trailer that's up there. Of course, Howard's Cam's our boy Luke B over there, valve train specialist. I mean, that dude can get stuff done. The old truck running Howard's Cam stuff. J-Wire Solutions, who's on Six Summer right now.
Yep.
So you can call the shop. People are going to answer. They're still doing work that week, but Jay Blanchard of J-Wire Solutions is working right now, leading the 6th Street Race class. AFCO Performance Products, of course, Eric Saffel and Rex French over there, bro. If you want to go fast, is AFCO suspension's the way to go. Performer built transmissions, GM transmission builders. They put a 4L60 in the 7s. I know I say that every time, but it still blows my mind, dude. It's still pretty wild.
Crazy. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, Car Change 3D. Big shout out to Corey Nicholson, who made a post that I thought was really cool. He said, "What should we do for these drag and drive guys? What are products that we can put out?" So I've got some ideas whirling around in my head. Best 3D printing folks out there in the game, and Low Dollar Motorsports. Do you have a couple Low Dollar Motorsports sensors?
I do. We have a couple of Low Dollar Motorsport sensors. Got boost pressure sensor, wastegate pressure, oil pressure, which isn't actually wired up, but it's there. And shifter sensor. So yeah, it's great.
That's awesome. Well, guys, if you're doing some shopping, hit these guys up. Help support them. Help support us. All that kind of fun stuff. All right, we're gonna let Brian Loans tell us about Summit Racing and what they got going on, and then we're gonna get right into it.
What does it mean to be built with Summit? It means you're hitting the autocross, drag strip, road course, trail, dirt, or open road with confidence. Because built with Summit means you're using parts from the top names in performance, priced to make your project affordable, and it's all backed by trusted tech expertise and blazing fast shipping. Summit Racing Equipment. Let's build it together. SummitRacing.com.
Oh man, I just saw the comment here from Rodney Reeves, dude. This guy in the shop working on the 55, listening for inspiration. Get after it, bro. Dude. Get to work. And then how about Nick Deal being in here as they kick ass and take names at 6 Summer? And then Josh here.
I know Josh is there with the lizard. That's an inside joke for us race weekend of friends.
Awesome. Well, let's not tell that story. Let's not tell the story here. Inside stories, you got to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be on site. That's what makes it great. All right. Alex Arquette's asking if you're good over there.
I'm good. Race week FOMO, getting all of that, but yeah, we're getting there.
That's awesome. It's tough. It's tough getting back to the grind, dude.
It is. It's difficult, but it's even not as tough as the day that these guys are having.
No way. I sent a message to Tommy Dupree and said, "Hey, tell us where's the Summit Saves the Day stories?" And he said, "There's too many. There's too many to tell." So I just grabbed a couple of shots here from Sick the Mag Facebook group. Looks like somebody's having a bad day, but it sounds like from Tommy's other messages within the chat there that things are going well, man. They're helping a ton of people and a lot of folks up there running around getting cool stuff as they do in that. All right. So big shout out to them, guys. If you are on site, they have a whole stacks and stacks of koozies with discount codes in them. So go grab those, please, please, please. And tell them while you're over there, hey, Mike and Tom said, hey, we're sad we're not there at 6 Summer with you.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, some drag drive repeat updates. This is a fun one. So want to say thanks to everybody that has purchased some of the high resolution and printed photos. There's a bunch of printed photos that are going to be going out across the country from the Drag Drive Repeat Pixie Set site. Eric worked his ass off trying to get that done before he went on 6 Summer, and it worked. It's pretty awesome. And so lots and lots of photos up there.
Yep. So I was catching up on some Facebook posts and stuff and found a set that he posted last Saturday, and dude, some of those photos from the circuit were awesome.
Yeah. He's
so good.
He's got a great eye, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Jesse Haslett, you definitely do. As many events as you do, Jesse needs a discount code just because. Like, we need a constant Jesse Haslett discount code.
It's a permanent discount code, yeah.
Right. If you guys were paying attention the last couple of days, we announced an invitation-only 32-car field at the short circuit in November. This is going to be nuts. The first bit of invitations are going to go out tomorrow. I know I said last Saturday they would start going out on Sunday, but I had to get the rules set right, man. I had to get the rules right. So they are right. We're going to go over them in just a minute in the driven segment, talking about all of that stuff. So that'll be fun. First four invitations are going to be to Adam Hodson, Austin Sanchez, Dave McKenna, and Travis Martin, the four fastest cars of Back to the Street. So that should be kind of fun to send those out. And it comes with a whole deal. Like you gotta say yes when we send it out. So get ready for all of that, everybody. Yeah. Race Car Friends member updates. I sent out a full breakdown to all of our Race Car Friends members. But who is at Six Summer is the conversation today. And Brian Goldstone was there for Monday. And he's gone home, has a broken piston rod, sadly. Nick Cryer is also out. Bro, 2 really fast cars gone.
Insane. I know.
Yeah. So we'll have to get the story from Nick. I don't have Nick's full story yet, just the post that he made. But did you see Brian Goldstone's deal? He was holding up a plug wire, and right off the end, it was just barely hanging on. So I wonder if he just nicked that and then got a rod. So.
Yeah, that's it. I think has Nick done something with his gearbox or something like that? I think I read somewhere, possibly.
Oh, maybe.
I think something like that. I'll have to confirm that fully, but yeah, it's
I'm gonna send him a message here in just a little bit. Yeah, it really is kind of sad. Jay Grabiak is up there. He's 4th in naturally aspirated, and I thought this was pretty crazy. This is where my nerd kind of comes out. He only needs to run 25 thousandths quicker to move into 3rd place at the next. So when they race tomorrow, I guess 25 thousandths quicker. Come on, Jay, we need you, buddy. We're going to the podium.
Jay can do it. If anyone can do it, Jay can. I know he can.
Oh, I fully believe in him. Jeff Kirchick in DYO. How about this one? Jesse Haslett, who's in here making comments. He has an 005 spread in DYO, and he's like in 7th place.
It's absolutely incredible, dude. It's insane, and that's fresh off Rocky Mountain Race Week as well. So, insane, dude. Insane, dude.
He is a badass man for sure. Rob Lamperic up there, Pro DYO. He's running mid-pack with a 0.2 spread. There's like 25 cars in that class. And then our newest member, Katie Clark in Sick Freaks. She's running in the middle of the pack with her Ford Explorer ST, which seems kind of fun. I may have to look at those a little closer as we get through there. And then big shout out to Eric for grabbing this shot of the milk truck.
That's awesome.
Does it get any cooler than that?
No. No, it doesn't. Other than my car, but that's equally as cool.
Yeah. Have we seen the nap shack on the bumper like that?
Not yet. I'm kind of hoping we don't actually. But
yeah, right. It's the up isn't the problem. It's
the coming back down is always the issue.
Well, good luck to them. Of course, the milk truck is still on. Nick is following the family. I guess probably the daily driver, and they're going to hang out and do the week in the milk truck. So he's still going to be there. So go by and say hey to him. All right, let's talk about some driven stuff. Let me play this ad, and then we will kick off with some event stuff.
Hey, it's Brandon from Fort Smith, Arkansas here. Driven Racing Oil is a performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application. Whether launching hard at the drag strip and during the extreme heat of off-road and circle track, or pushing the limits in top-fueled drag boats and demo derbies, winning racers choose GP1. Compatible with engines from classic hot rods to cutting-edge race machines, GP1's unique surface cleaning and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for flat tappet camshafts, while solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. Crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil and enhanced with state-of-the-art additive packages, GP1 offers the best in protection and performance.
Oh, dude. And code DDR10 for discount code at anything on drivenracingoil.com. Hang on just a second. I'm messaging Jason Hurley and them. If they want to jump on, feel free to jump on at 8:30. Okay. Or whatever. Eastern, 8:30 Eastern. Whatever time it is for you.
Yeah.
1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
in the UK. 7:30 here in the middle part of the U.S. All right. So Driven Racing Oil, again, they are on site at Six Summer. Go up there, make sure you talk to them, say hey, do all the cool stuff that they got going on there. Events left in the month. Actually, I'm going to take this off. I didn't do a very good job tonight of adding a bunch of extra photos, except for the guys at the end. So this Saturday is the 2-lane throwdown at Tulsa Raceway Park, presented by Velocity Motorsports. That's our single day drag and drive event. 100-mile loop. It's like 99.6 miles, which by your driving style, it's 100, right?
Yep.
Like that's what you're going to cover.
It's easily 100. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you don't make it to 100, you're not doing enough burnouts.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we did some odometer stuff at the end of this. Plenty of opportunities for burnouts. I think there's going to be some really good shots from this thing too. But I'll run through the schedule real quick. Gates open at 9. Racing starts right away. So be ready as soon as you can. I want to do a quick 5-minute driver meeting, 10-minute driver meeting at 9:30. One pass you got to submit in the morning before you get your route instructions, which I left inside, and then one in the afternoon. Both of those times will set your average for the class standings. And then we're doing pizza and snacks and drinks and all that kind of stuff at Velocity Motorsports. I would love for everybody to be there about 2:00. That way we can have a little bit of time because the track doesn't open back up for us in the afternoon until 3 p.m. 100 miles, like Tom knows, like the back of his hand, 100 miles is 3 hours. So if we could get folks leaving about, 11, that would be great. So get in early. That gives you 2 hours to make your pass you're happy with. And then, of course, we've got 6 classes that go along with this event. And you can find it anywhere. 2-lane throwdown presented by Velocity Motorsports. That's our next event. And then Route 66 Roundup, which was going to be our event August 2nd. Sorry, Route 66 Roundup. August 2nd is going to be postponed. They have had to reschedule that date, and they don't have a new date yet. Something came up with the Motorama event staff, and they need to move that back. So we're going to find a way to do it in a time, but no tickets have been sold on that or anything like that. So it should be pretty easy. And then, of course, back to the street stuff. Dude, I'm pumped about this. This is going to be a fun one. Again, George Ray's Drag Strip. This is in Paragould, Arkansas. I've been jokingly saying this is Brown County's Big Brother, right?
It's going to be a really cool track.
Dude, this photo is like 4 months ago. This isn't like an old photo.
It's on my bucket list to get to some of these really cool, like small 8-mile tracks, because there's so much history and everything to them. It's amazing.
Yeah, this one's going to be fun. I was talking to Tyler Russum, who is George Ray's grandson, who now manages the track and stuff like that. I mean, basically, George Ray went to the city and said, "Hey, I would like to do a drag strip. Drag racing is big time. I'd like to have one here." And they said, "Nah, we won't give you any money for that." And so he said, "Okay, well, I'm going to build it myself." And then spent like the next 5 years pouring concrete out there so he could get this drag strip going. So at one point they ran 1/4 mile on this thing. At some point they were like, "That's dangerous as hell."
Yeah.
But there's been some big names that have ran here, so should be pretty fun. I'm really excited. November 6th and 7th, 100 cars max for the traditional side, and then a 32-car field. Let's go over those classes. OG small tire, 275 6015 radial DOT whatever, or a 28 10.5 non-W, or anything on a 17-inch plus wheel. Okay. So should be pretty fun. No tube chassis cars. This is all glass aside from rear window for a cage in the trucks. 2 covered seats. This is a big thing. And then all steel or OEM aside from a hood and deck lid, and then bumpers. And these are, like, Matt Lang is helping us drive this. This is a back to the streets eliminations style invitation only event. So this is going to be an 8-car field. Racers are going to race Friday night to set a winner's bracket, and then that's what's going to run out there. So we have OG small tire. We have stick shift, H pattern shifter only. Leg activated. You got to kick that thing with your leg, and then a manual clutch pedal, of course, at that point. And then 650 index. This is where this is going to get fun. 650 index is always one of our largest classes at the circuit. It was one of the largest classes at Back to the Streets, and those folks are going to get their invites on Friday. It'll probably be the top 6 cars in that from Back to the Streets, and then we're going to work our way through other high performing 650 or 10.0 index racers from across the country. So this will be kind of fun. Again, invite only. We're taking 16 cars for this class, and the winners from that have more than 2 class wins, or 2 class wins or more, on Friday night, they get to race on Saturday. If you don't have 2 wins from Friday night, you only get to make fun runs on Saturday.
Ooh.
Winning is a big deal here.
Yeah, that's it.
No time.
And you got Scotty here with the 650 index cheeseburger bet.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Leave it, brother. Yeah. 650 index cheeseburger bets is on. We're in.
Yeah.
There will be some sideline stuff going on up here. I'm telling you right now.
100%.
Yeah, and no time slip and boards off. This should be pretty fun. Win light only. You can do a challenge to it. $20 to contest the track timing system. Money goes to the class winner if timing system is confirmed. So should be pretty fun. This is going to be a great event. Going to be a really, really good time. And again, November 6th and 7th weather should be incredible.
Yeah, it should be awesome.
All right, real quick, we're going to cover results from Alaska Speed Week on Saturday. When Eric is back, we're going to go class winners, fun stories, all that kind of stuff. And then, dude, did you see Matt Frost post today?
Dude, I did, and it really got me thinking, how did I pull this off? And that's exactly what I didn't want to see, because I just crunched the numbers from 1.0, but I was like, oh, could I do it in time? I was like, but I'm shocked there's still 50 spots left.
I can't believe it. Race Week is one that has always sold out. I think as the hype of these events comes strongly, I think a lot of it comes hard really at when people are signing up.
Yeah.
Like once opening registration day is done, people move on to the next thing. So we've got to do a really good job as far as like participants. And then also promoters is reminding people, hey, you can sign up on a Tuesday after an event has gone live on a Saturday. You can do that if they don't sell out. So
that's it.
Race Week's going to be a great one. I'm doing Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and Mocan of that in my old truck, which should be kind of fun. And then they're going to do Great Bend and there to start and to end. So that'll be awesome. 2 trips this year to Great Bend, a brand new facility. Dude, how nice is that place?
Oh, dude, that place is so awesome. Like being able to run there as well, because that was when I first bought my car. That was the first track that actually it got cancelled. We were removed because of the resurfacing problem.
Wow!
And so I never actually got to run there. So this is my first time at Great Bend.
Dude, that's awesome. It was my first time too, and I love that place. It was so nice. The
Yeah.
new shower is great. The media room is incredible. And then just the whole grounds, man, that place is really, really neat. It's gigantic though. Bring a scooter.
Yeah, it is.
Get ready.
Yeah, it is. You see, Eric has taken 5,700 plus photos in 3 days.
Oh man, he's in trouble.
Eric, you're going to be busy.
Yeah. Being the rain day today, I think probably hurt him. As far as like his clicker finger is going to be wore out.
Yeah.
Wow, 5,700 photos, man. That's awesome. So
that's crazy.
One thing Matt did want to let you know, he said, poke your fast friends. There's some potential to take home some real money, like Jason Hurley did. He took home $17,000 because he won the unlimited class and the BMF 8 shootout. So pretty crazy.
It can be done. Like it can be done.
Yeah. Hey, Alex said he would cover your entry.
I know, dude.
That's probably the least expensive part of that trip.
No, maybe. Josh is offering to buy the cookies, which is also up there in the cost of things for me. But yeah, it's if there's a way that I can do it, I will. But we'll have to crunch the numbers later.
That's awesome. Cookies. What cookies you talking about,
dude? The Chips Ahoy chewy cookies. Oh, they're my guilty pleasure because we don't get them here in the UK.
That's so crazy.
So we can't find. There's no chewy cookies anywhere. It's not like you can't just buy these ones. You can't buy any chewy cookies in the UK anymore. You used to about 10 years ago. You used to be able to get a chewy cookie. Yeah. Now you can't get them anywhere in the UK.
Wow, I would say mean things about where you live, but you've seen the light. You're coming to the US at some point.
Yeah, that's it. And Dingy's right. I did stop the convoy because I couldn't reach the cookies in my car.
Dude, that's awesome.
They slid off. Man. They slid off the passenger seat into the door pocket, and I couldn't reach them on the passenger side. So I pulled over into the ditch and got the cookies out. And hit the highway again.
2 seconds.
Yeah,
I can't reach. That's
like,
awesome.
I'm hungry. I need that.
Right. Well, if you lived here, like if you had a U.S. wife, you could live here and do 666 that starts and ends at Mocan.
Yep.
That ends on October 3rd. And then you just go right into Race Week, which is 290 miles away. in Great Bend.
Yeah, which is perfectly doable actually.
Yeah,
It's
it
perfectly
would
doable.
it would allow you 7 different tracks in 12 days
Now that's a
on
trip.
Route 66.
That's a trip right there.
Dude, that's legendary status right there, brother.
Mhm. Yep.
All right. Real quick, we'll run through remaining events in the month of June. We got BC Dragon Challenge, which started today. That's Cache Creek, British Columbia. Big shout out to Paul Fournier, who is up there giving us coverage from there. He's going to write us a quick recap. He's going to send us some photos and videos. Going to be awesome. I can't wait to see that come back. We've got obviously our Street and Strip Series 2-lane throwdown on the 20th at Tulsa Raceway Park. We have home quarter Dragon Drive, which starts on the 19th at Saskatchewan International Raceway. So that's 2 Canadian events, same weekend. Okay. Then the next weekend, East Coast Dragon Drive, the 26th through the 28th on the other side, completely the other side from the BC in Miramichi Dragway for East Coast Dragon Drive. And then we have the Great American Detour, which, what's his name? Robert Voss and I are leaving hopefully Wednesday, maybe Thursday morning, headed towards New York City for that one. That's June 27th. They're going to end in California in Modesto on July 4th. I don't know if this could be a better all-American trip that you could take anywhere in the US. This is going to be crazy. Cool cars across the country the week of the 4th of July. I know that doesn't mean anything to Tom, but everybody that's here in the US, that means something to us. Yeah. Tom's like, yeah, it's a Friday.
Yeah, it's a normal Friday for us. Well, I just sit here at home and wait for the abuse to come through from all my American friends. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. One day you'll be here, buddy. It'll make sense to you then. Buckeye Skips, June 30th through July 2nd at Coonley Motorsports Park. Y'all, this is the end of 11 events that we've had in the month of June. 50 events total for the year so far. You can find all those events at dragdriverepeat.com/events for all of the event lists. I created a damn interactive map and did all the cool stuff, So there's a lot of blue dots across the U.S. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, and some outside the U.S. as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all over the place. So big shout out to Driven for all they do for us here at Drag Drive Repeat and for all they would do at the for the entire community. Do you run Driven in your car?
I do. GP1.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's why
Absolutely.
It just continues to go on.
That's why it's alive, whether that have an oil pressure sensor. Thanks, Driven.
That's awesome. Red Hat Scotty said, I'm going to send Tom all the fireworks videos from the 4th this year.
Yeah, that's it.
The videos nobody watches.
I'm always gutted because I always leave just on the 4th of July, like just before, or I get here just after the 4th of July. It never works.
Dang. Yeah, what are we saying here? Don Harmon, you listening? Let's go, buddy. Great American Detour. I think Michael Knox just said he's going. I am going. I will be taking the old truck too, which I'm excited about. I'm sad though. I'm pulling out the big springs in the wastegate, and I'm going to go to like a 7-pound spring. So weak. So yeah, that's not though. I need it to live. I need it to live. It's a long way.
It'll live. It'll be fine.
Yep. And then Brandon Holmes asking, where can we find the map? That is on dragdriverepeat.com/events. It's right at the top. Oh, he said, never mind. Just saw your comment. No problem, sir. All right. Let's move on to some J-Wire solution stuff and cover 6 Summer. This ought to be a good one here. I can find it.
What's up, guys? My name is Cole from Fort Worth, Texas. Expert car and marine wiring solutions that you can trust. J-Wire Solutions can wire and plumb your hot rod, your race car, hell, even your drag and drive car. Plus, they offer products to make your driving experience way better, like their blinker module that is just a must for all drag and drive cars. This module will allow your rear turn signals to continue to function while the brake pedal is applied, just like stock. Find all the details at jwiresolutions.com.
All right. And again, Jay and Brian are at 6 Summer working on stuff, kicking ass, taking names over there. Dude, I had the notes in here say 3,100 photos for Eric. Way off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way off.
Yeah. He's at 5,700 right now.
Yeah. Man, that guy he's in trouble, I'm telling you. But it's a great thing because, man, you really end up with so many amazing photos out of that stuff. Today was rained out. That was day 3 at Tri-State. I think everybody's probably seen that. Because of an accident, they routed them down some dirt roads. Dude, have you seen the
Seen
footage?
some photos of Nick
Yeah.
Deal. Oh wow,
Yeah. It
that's
The
yeah,
big
quite
deal
something.
shot is awesome because it shows how tight that car is sealed up.
Yeah,
Some of the other ones I've
yeah.
seen, whoo-hoo,
Yeah, I know.
they're everywhere.
That's horrendous, but proves it's a drag and drive car.
Yeah,
Can't say.
exactly right.
A
Sometimes
little
you
jet
got to hit
wash
that
should be
gravel
fine.
road. Yeah. And speaking of car wash and all that kind of stuff, make sure you blow all the water out of your car, please.
Mm,
Golly, that's the last thing you want is to be pouring some
yep.
water out from the rocker panels as you go to make a pass. We saw that. I think we saw that at Drag Week last year where Goldstone had the Corvette and they ended up
Yeah.
having to drill a new hole in the floorboard so it would
Yep.
drain out from like under some center panel. So make sure you got all that water out. Laura Vanderhoof posted, her and Josh Davis's wife, I can't remember her name to save my life here. But they found, she said, as most of you may know, I'm a claw machine virtuoso. Yesterday at the Labruski checkpoint, Leslie Davis, and I hit the claw machine and left with a new mascot for the Sick Barbecue truck. Everyone meet Mr. Picklesworth. So please go by, say hi to them. It's got the Wieners and Creamers truck for Sick Summer out there. Be looking for it. Laura Davis and Laura Van and Leslie Davis running that truck.
Yep.
Looks like it's
We'll get there eventually.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I keep trying to get I keep trying to maybe see if I could get the Wieners and Creamers truck to the circuit. I think that would be a ton of fun. And I
Ooh,
had
hell
threatened
yeah.
to holler at Tom this year, but I just never did. And I'm sure he would have let us go get it picked up and bring it over and all that kind of stuff, but I just didn't do it.
I know
Next
someone
year,
that will drive it.
yeah, dude, that would have been a great job for you instead of having to stand there and do registration.
I loved registration. It was
It was a good time. You get to see a bunch of race car friends.
Yeah.
6th Street race, bro. Crazy class over there. Top 5 racers have an 8.5 something average in that class. 25, the top 5 racers. 2 days of racing. I get it. But Brian Acton came in, has an 8.503 average right now. He ran 4 passes on Monday, submitting an 8.502. Tuesday, 8.504 off the street, bro. Like that's the pass they turned in. They end up running another lap later, run a 8.506. Dude,
That guy's
dialed in, bro.
Absolutely dialed in.
Yeah, and then Eric Birkitvit, something like that. I don't know. Derek was trying to explain it to me how to pronounce it. He was trying to type it out, and I'm an idiot about half the time. He fell from first place, but he is one of 13 racers to run an 8.500 perfect pass in the history of Drag and Drive. Pretty
That's
awesome.
incredible. That's such an achievement.
Yeah, in a very small group of people. We've had so many events. But he backed that up with an 8.511, which isn't going to get it done. So that gives him an 8.505 average for second place. And then TJ Limbaugh, who beat Brian Acton here at the circuit to take the Baker Bounty, he's in third place with an 8.52 average after submitting a 8.503 on day 1 and an 8.542 on day 2. Now
that's going to be difficult to come back.
But dude, think about how crazy that is. That's 400ths off the number. Like
it's
what?
Insane.
And we're like, he's out.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible that how dialed these cars, 850 cars are. It's insane.
Yeah, it's nuts. Street Race 275, which is the other 850 class. The top 6 cars in that class have an 8.5 something average so far. So that's 11 cars in the 2 850 classes that have an 8.5 something. Cameron McConchie leads that class with an 8.508 average after turning in an 8.505 and an 8.512 for day 2. Jeremy Ortiz is in second place, 8.509 average after submitting an 8.517 and an 8.502. So, dude, these guys are on the money. Like, it blows my mind.
Yeah, it does. And I think I want to go 850 racing. Looking at these makes me not want to go 850 racing.
Dude, if you were like a 20, bro, you might hang it up.
Yeah.
TJ Limbaugh, I mean, at a 522, everybody's like, oh my gosh, man, wow. But I think that's part of the struggle when we're looking at this stuff is those numbers look so far off. but dude,
That's
all it takes is
yeah,
somebody running a 855 and suddenly, the whole thing shifts.
yeah, that's it.
The next four, listen to these averages. You ready? Chris Mary, 8.541. Bill Spangler, brand new Godzilla twin turbo powered FUB, 8.548, so 7th thou. Mike Chenoweth and Josh Lappins, Lapins, are tied at an 8.5865.
Incredible.
Dude,
Absolutely
to the
incredible.
10,000ths, they're
Yeah.
tied. So absolutely insane. Do you have your notes pulled up? I feel
I
like
do.
I've just been hammering this
No.
at you. So once you run us through a couple other ones, and then we'll start kind of flopping these around.
All right then. So unlimited, you have Dave Schroeder running a 6097 on day one, which is a new single pass nitrous record for the quickest pass in Six Summer history.
It's
That's
pretty bad.
incredible for a nitrous car as well. I mean, that motor's big. I forget how big it is off the top of my head, but that's
800
insane.
and something cubic inches. And
Yeah,
I'll have to look. I'm working on something where I could look at this, but that may be the quickest pass, day one pass in Dragon Drive.
you know what? I think you are
Like
correct off the top of
it's
my head.
I know it is
It's,
for
if
Six
it's up
Summer.
there, if it's not,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's within the top, and I think it's probably a top 10 all-time pass as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
pretty incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. He went a day two run of 6.641. So he's got an average of 6.369, which is very respectable for that car on that event, which is great. You got Josh Davis running a 6.298 on day two. It's giving him an average of 6.392, just 0.023 behind Dave.
Man,
Incredible.
yeah, those guys are
Insane.
very fast. Very, very fast.
Yeah, with two wildly different cars as well, which is what I love about Dragon Drive.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a legit pro mod. The Corvette is a 100% pro mod.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a street car from there. But then, Devin's Mustang it's a pro mod. I mean, nobody is disagreeing with that, but it is, same, pretty close to the factory wheelbase and factory bodied car ish.
Yeah.
So
looks like a factory body car, from the outside.
for
Yeah,
sure.
you put stock wheels on it and take some extra bits off the back. It looks like a stock Mustang.
Yeah, how fun would that be?
Oh, that would be gangster.
Destroy
It really
people.
would. It really would.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Alex Taylor leads Unlimited Iron with a 677 average, and with Goldstone out, dude, she could cruise because, like, from here, Tom Bailey's in second with the Durango at an 806.
Yeah,
so
that's it. I don't know. I know the Taylors, and I don't think they will. I think they'll just try and probably not swing for the fences, but they'll try and run a 6 every day. That's the main goal, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. You've got Steve Morris leading heavy metal with a 6.71 average, with Nick Reinhardt in second with a 6.86 average.
Yeah, big
so again,
shout out
another really tight class.
Yeah, big shout out to Nick for kicking ass and taking names. And actually, I think I miswrote there. I think, no. David Deal leads modified with a 671. I think maybe Steve Morris is 61717. And then David Deals is 6713 or something like that. They're really, really close.
Yeah.
And an interview that David Deal did with Emily Reeves, he said, "Hey, I just want to beat Steve. That's all." So second place, Chuck Stefanski, Big Three Racing in modified. They're 723 with an 8 average for him.
Yeah, incredible. You got Lamar Swindle leading Pro Street with a 7.426 average, with Craig Douglas in second with a 7.635.
Man, another tight class.
Yeah.
Bob Hess leads Super Street with a 736 average. Second place, Jesse Lasco in second with 783 average.
Yeah, and you got Brian Crane leading Stick Shift with an 8.10. And then Bob Gruber in second with an 8.54. But get this, he's 850 limited.
This is where we're seeing the is it worth it to have a second stick shift class?
Yeah, you know what? It's starting to get that way. Yeah, 850 stick shift and then pro stick shift or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's a good name for it. I like that. And then you just let it go. Who cares? Bring in your, no clutch, all that stuff for the pro.
Yeah, that's a whole other argument. It's like in the stick shift. How do you define it? You see it
Yeah.
everywhere all the time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Josh Norris leads naturally aspirated with a 964, while Mackenzie Foley is in second with a 969. So 500ths separate top two in naturally aspirated.
Yep. And then NA small block, you got Tony Martino with a 1026 average and Tim Grabiak with a 1038 with a 3.
Dude, that's awesome. Rowdy Radio, this is going to be a fun class to watch. Again, we're going to talk to Donovan Linwood here in a minute, who is your Rowdy Radio winner from Rocky Mountain Race Week. So Frank Webb taking off in the Rowdy Radio class this year. That's that really red, orange, chrome Fairmont, 472 average. Day one runs a 469. CJ Durbin in the little gray and blue S10 has a 507 average. His day two pass 490 with a 2. Pretty freaking badass. Harley Town in third place in the blue car from the Deal Brothers, 509 average. Kenneth Selner in fourth, 511 average. And then Brendan Bear, fifth place. You ready for this? 514 average. Dude, that is anyone's game right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Up next, Sick Freaks is led by Ryan Palmer with a 1026 average.
Yep. And your Gasser class, Jay Noble leads with a 10.046 average. He ran a 10.047 and a 10.046, which is being dialed. Yeah. Then you got Darwin Peterson with a 10.0565 average. So that's a stupidly close Gasser class.
Yeah. Yeah, 100 separates those guys. So that'll be kind of fun to watch. In the Beetle class, Chuck Fryer, 11.605. And then I'll let you do Pro DYO because I'm proud of Gracie.
Yep. So Pro DYO, you got Grace Fenstead and Mark AV with a 0.004 spread. Like, that's great. And then Josh Lester with a 0.06 spread. The top 10 spread is less than a 10th in Pro DYO. How insane is that?
Yeah. And that's 850 to 999.
Yep.
I mean,
so yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, 2 different tracks at this point. It'll be interesting to see what Thursday does after all the rain, after all the street miles, because now you've got 2 days worth of miles on the car without a pass, and hopefully they've done a once over on them. I don't know. How about this though? DYO, 90 cars in DYO. 90, bro. How do you, man? That's insane. How do you spread them out? Some 59 cars. 59 cars have less than a 10th spread.
It's insane. Absolutely insane. 59 cars. Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's incredible. So you got Nick Traferos and Lucas Ott. Apologies for butchering your names. 0.000 spread.
Yeah.
Literally
identical passes.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah. And then you've got Corey Dillner and Mike Mackey. Now that was for first place. This is tie for what would be third place, I guess. 0.001 spread.
Yeah. Like, it's incredible, these DYO guys. They're absolutely on another level. Because then you got Nick C with a 0.002 spread.
Yeah.
0.002 for your fifth place. Like, does not get any better than that.
Dude, it's crazy. And I think once we tickle the interest of some bracket racers, I think that's going to be our normal thing.
Yeah.
That'll have to be it.
It is.
Oh, yeah. Hey, foot races would be awesome.
Foot race would be it. Like, yeah, you have the foot race to the 8th.
Oh man, can we foot race to the 60th foot? I don't know if I could foot race to the 8th.
It's more an endurance that way.
Yeah, it'd be a long race for me. I'd have to lay down for a minute.
Yeah.
Tanya Grabiak, hey lady.
Yeah.
Miss seeing you too. I am sad that I'm not at 6 Summer.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
always got that
contest. Let it tickle that thing in the back of your throat.
Yeah. Bring the dog to the face, not your face to the dog.
That's exactly right. Well, that's our JMR segment. That is our updates for 6 Summer. I will be sending out a newsletter on Friday. So if you're not part of that, jump on dragdriverpete.com, hit sign me up, get involved in that. I send those 2 times a week. So not only do we do the show, the news. Now we're doing semi-weekly or 2 weekly newsletters because there's just so much damn drag and drive news that's out there, man. I feel bad when I'm not covering it. So it's going to be kind of fun. Good luck to Jay and Brian Acton, Fast Act Racing, J-Wire Solutions, Nova. Go kick their ass, guys. I mean, it's so awesome for them to have a 503 average after 2 days of racing, and it blows my mind. Blows my mind. Well, let me play the Molly, and then we're going to kind of begin to bring in some folks here.
Looking for a forged piston kit for your vehicle? You need Molly Motorsport Power Pack. What is Power Pack? It's the ultimate forged piston kit that comes complete with pistons, performance file fit rings, hot string steel pins, and clips, all engineered to work together, so all you have to do is build something great. Find your Power Pack at mollymotorsport.com.
And again, big shout out to Molly for all the help they do for us here at the Drag Driver Pete brand. But they're not just sponsors. They are racers as well. You guys can see George Wright on the bottom part of your screen there, racing his 700 horsepower naturally aspirated Duster on Drag Week typically. I think he's coming back this year for that. And then Eric Grillo, who you guys typically see at Rocky Mountain rowing gears in the 10-second Nova. That car's been like 10.01 or 10.007 or something like that. Yeah, dude, insane. So big shout out to them. Of course, pistons, rings, all the kind of stuff they do there at Molly. Just holler at them. They don't sell stuff to the public, but they can tell you which ones to order from your favorite spot, like Summit Racing. They can get you all set up for all that kind of stuff. So, all right, well, let's bring some of these racers on. Kind of the first thing I want to do is talk about who they are, what they race, and then just a quick recap of their Rocky Mountain Race Week story. So we're going to bring them both on at the same time. Actually, all three of them on at the same time. So one of these screens is Mr. Brad Thiessen, and in quotations there or parentheses, he's got Blaine's dad. So you're famous on your own.
Not everywhere.
You don't need to hang it. You don't need to say Blaine for us to know who you are, because you're kind of a badass, dude.
Flip my converter over.
So, Brad, tell us what's up, man. What do you drive? I see it there in the background. And then, what kind of times you ran at Rocky Mountain?
Yeah, Brad Thiessen, also known as Blaine's dad. That's how I get introduced sometimes in this industry, but that's okay. I appreciate it, and he's done a lot in this industry, so that's good.
Yeah, he's kind of a badass.
Yes, he is. So it's a 1970 Nova. It was actually my first car. Let's see, my dad bought it used in like 1973-ish. And so I was like 3 or 4 years old when it was our family car, and I grew up in the thing, and that's the only car we had for a long time until I was 14 when I bought it from him, and he went and bought something else, and then it started out as a 6-cylinder 3-speed on the floor actually, and quickly threw in a 350 small block and a 4-speed and just played around with it in high school, and then it kind of sat as the we had kids and they were growing up. And then when we started, I think it was 2014, Blaine and I went on our first drag week and just got hooked. And on that event, I said, I got to do something with the Nova. And of course it took a lot of years later, but finally got there. So
what did y'all take on 2014?
Blaine had his 2001 Camaro.
Oh, sweet.
Yep, we were just cruising along. He was learning HP tuners on that event, and that was exciting. We had to stop a few times and reboot, but it went okay.
That's awesome. And then in the other screen, we've got Donovan Linwood and Nate Curran, who I'm going to bring up the photos here in just a second. But dudes, what's up? I like that we're going to be in the same room. This is going to be kind of fun because I'm sure this is going to play for more fun stories as we go along. So same thing for you guys, man. Tell us what you raced. Tell us how much fun you had.
So I'm Donovan. I got a 89 Fox Body Mustang, an Outlaw 85 car, small tire, rowdy radial, 8th mile car. Just a turbo LS, power glide, gear vendor, real basic.
Yeah, real basic. Goes 7s.
It's been 7s. It's out of gear by about 1,000 foot, so it's coasted in the 7s.
Nice. Nate, what about you, buddy?
Nate Curran. I have an 80 Fairmont T56 car, LS turbo, super basic, just a 5.3 deal.
Yeah, I want to get nerdy with you here in just a little bit and talk about
Oh,
the
yeah.
primaries and all the kind of stuff. But we don't need to do that right as we introduce you
All the
guys.
stick
People will-
shift info.
Oh yeah, for sure. We need more info, and then bringing on now Mr. Jason Hurley, the quickest man at Rocky Mountain Race Week. What's up, dude? Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me.
Hang on, guys. I'm trying to figure out my audio here.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, here's Donovan and Nate's car. What's going on in this picture on the right? What are you? Is that an officer?
Yeah, that is. We were actually just draining the catch can, but nothing bad.
No, officer, my foot slipped because we needed to drain the catch can. I needed to help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Cassie Lowry says she's here. We're here for all the stick shift talk.
Oh boy.
Shift racers and fun. Jason, can you hear us yet? Oh, he has muted his mic. Nice. Well, Jason drives the quickest car of Rocky Mountain Race Week, which I didn't grab a picture of, sadly. So that's the way it goes sometimes. I'd like to actually, Tom, I'm going to move you down here because this will be kind of fun. So this is twofold having Tom on here with us because Tom also raced at Rocky Mountain Race Week, so we can kind of go through some of these stories. So I just want to work through how did your week go? Like, were you running times you were expecting? Were you thrashing before the event to get your car ready? All that kind of stuff. We'll start with Brad.
Oh, kind of. So, we were trying out these new BTR cannon valve heads, and they've been having trouble getting castings, but they're finally getting there and getting them produced. And of course, I wasn't on the priority. They needed to get their production runs going. So we finally got some heads. I had to have some custom work done to accommodate the solid roller lifters and rockers. So they custom made some stands, and boy, it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the event. Finally got them, and I thrashed to get them on. Drove back out to Kentucky to get on the dyno to prove them out, and made overall made about 150 horsepower more with just changing the heads. That's the only thing we changed. So
wow,
and was consistently getting more power with lower boosts. So they do perform well. We went to a peak of 2150 horsepower, so that was pretty nice to hit that number. So we were thrashing pretty good, and then got back from that, and everything held together. So we got ready for Rocky Mountain Race Week and made it there.
All right, where do you live?
I live in central Kansas. I'm only 70 miles from Great Bend. Kind of our home track.
Right. What? Donovan and Nate wish they lived that close too. They don't live that close.
Yes, we do.
Times 10. Or more, I guess, probably. Tell the layman here, what's the difference in a regular cylinder head and a canted valve head?
Well, so if you're familiar with big block Chevy heads, they're a canted valve. So the valves are not straight in a line. They're angled to get more performance and more flow in the heads. And the guys at Brian Tooley Racing, Rick Smith, and Blaine was involved with that, and Paris, those guys did a lot of work to really develop those heads over the past few years to make them flow really good, and they make a lot of power, and they've made them stronger too. They're a thicker deck. They actually use an LT spark plug because the deck is thicker. They're cooling around the spark plug, and there's a lot of features to these heads that you don't see that really make them work well.
Interesting. Yeah, and I remember seeing the post about them coming out with them, but didn't know what all that meant. And that's a big deal because they've been working on those for years, trying to get those to come out and make it work.
Yep.
Wow. Donovan, we know you thrashed to get your stuff ready, and Nate too, man. Is that like a thing for the fast guys? For folks that don't know, these are the four quickest racers of Rocky Mountain Race Week, and Tom.
Yeah, and me. I'm not quick.
Dude, you're in a 951, bro.
Yeah, it took 48 pounds of dome pressure to do it.
Hey, that's all right. Throw 58 at it next time. We'll see. Donovan, Thrash for you. I mean, you completely rebuilt that car. Was this the first event out with the new stuff or no?
Yeah, I did a track rental, local track rental that fought some issues pretty much the whole time and didn't really get any testing or data in that was useful. So yeah, it was pretty much first time out. The car was, I thought, ready, and then of course the longer that it sits there and the more that I look at it, the more I have to tear stuff apart and change and go through and I could make this better and I got time, and all of a sudden you look and go, oh shit, I need to be in the trailer.
Yeah, I've got 2 weeks. Oh, I've got 2 hours. Oh shit. Yeah. Nate decided 3 weeks before the event to completely rebuild everything. So tell us what the heck you had going on, dude.
I don't know what I was even thinking, but I had small primary header tubes on it before, so of course I didn't work on it until probably 4 weeks before the event.
Yeah.
I didn't start on the car and just completely rebuilt the hot side, and then had to change a little bit of the cold side to make that big stupid bumper I put on it fit.
That bumper's awesome, dude.
It is
It's awesome.
Yeah. I was prepared for snow in the mountains for sure. But yeah, just the hot side really. From last year, the short block and the tranny clutch, all that, nothing ever came out of the car. I guess I did change the rear end housing and all that too this off season.
Very last minute
As well. But the tranny, clutch, and short block never came out of the car. So,
wow.
But it was a thrash for sure. And pass one was the first pass on the whole new setup. I drove it 20 miles down the road to load it on a trailer with Brady, and that's the only driving it had before the event.
Right. What size primaries were on it before?
1.5 inches.
Oh wow! So
It is a small motor, but I'm trying to rev it really high, so was just trying to get it to flow a little better. And I probably went a little excessive with it. I put 2-inch primaries, and it's a stock block, stock stroke, crank 5.3. So it's a small motor, but it seems happy at high RPMs now.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has the flow. When you do that, your run from your headers to your turbo, did that grow as well, or did all that kind of stuff stay the same?
That all grew as well. It was before it was 1.5 inch primaries with a 2.5 crossover, and I went to 3-inch, so it's 2-inch primaries with a 3-inch crossover, and then flares to a 4-inch into the T6 flange, and the other side just merges directly into it.
Hell yeah! So why that?
Why that?
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, why do that big of a change right before? You know?
I'm an idiot.
Why not?
Well, right. I mean, I'm with you. Why not? I'm with you.
I don't know. I've had an idea, and it kind of worked out for me, I guess.
Well, and then we were talking on day one about the intercooler setup too. So tell people kind of what went on there, because that's a big change, I think, as far as like. And my question being, did it spool faster because of that change?
I mean, I couldn't tell you if it spooled any faster because of that change, because the whole hot side changed, and then I also put a really big 88 on the car that wasn't on the car before. So I changed too many things to tell you if one of those things helped, but I did end up taking 3.5 feet of charge pipe off the passenger side of the car and just doing a backdoor intercooler that's direct fed by the turbo. So
did everybody hear that? 3.5 feet, 3.5 feet, like 42 inches of piping, bro. That's gotta help.
I just wanted it to be a nice big sweep before, so it wasn't like a hard angle there. So it was probably excessive before, but I don't know. In my head, I think it helped.
Yeah, it had to, man. It had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And of course, the big front bumper, the big opening, all that kind of stuff, that helps as well. Jason Hurley changed a bunch of shit too. Like, Jason, you got us now. What all did you change as you went into Rocky Mountain Race Week?
What all did we change? Obviously, we changed the turbos, and that meant bigger up pipes, bigger down pipes. That meant new lower fenders. We put the air jacks on. Gosh, what the hell else? Throttle body. Oh yeah, bigger throttle body. We're on the 123 millimeter Wilson Max Boost or Pro Boost, whatever it is, throttle body and elbow now. That meant a hole in the hood. Yeah, it just the typical one thing led to another, and tons of crap here and there.
When did
But-
you test fit the hood? How many days before the event?
What did we cut the hole in the hood? 2 days before?
Yeah, 2 days before.
Yeah. Nico's sitting right next to me here. So
Nice. So,
Yeah.
like, what up? So, did you go to put the hood on? And went, bro. What the heck?
I mean, we had an inkling as soon as we put that elbow on there that it wasn't going to fit. Didn't really worry about it at the time, and then confirmed that it wouldn't fit, and told Brent that he had to cut the hole in it. So
You were gonna do it.
Leave it to someone else to screw up.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I didn't want to cut the hole in it. Brent's way more meticulous than I am. So
Hole saw. There you go. That'll work.
right.
Tom made some huge changes too, dude. Tell us about what you all did before Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, so I didn't start wrenching on my junk until 5 days before the event. We changed the drive shaft yoke, we changed the door bars, we changed like valve covers and stuff, which was a whole ordeal. New cooling system, which is again a nightmare because it was like, oh yeah, buy bolt-in stuff. None of it fit because it's a Fox body. And basically, they've all been in an accident at some point in their life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I left on the Wednesday before race week, and then it puked both head gaskets out of it in Tulsa the day before.
Yeah.
Which was
So
not
the
fun.
entire day of tech no, it was during tech you got it swapped and then made your
Yep.
first pass at like what 10 o'clock, 10:30.
We were in the lanes at 10:30, and then they had a big oil down, so they shoved us into the you haven't made a pass yet lane. We made a pass at like 12:30.
Like, dude, that you had to be one of the last ones to make a pass then.
Yeah, we were there. They literally tucked the car in the pit while I had the heads off it. No, I remember the tech guy coming over and he's like checking all the stuff. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we need to test the battery shut off." I'm like, well, that's not possible with the head's not on the car.
Yep, it works.
Yeah. So yeah, it was an ordeal, but we made it. So
Man, that's crazy. All right, well, let's loop again here. What'd you do right during the week? What went right?
Start with you, Brad.
Well, I think we did pretty good on the drives. The drives are fairly uneventful, thank goodness. That long drive, well, that was a long one, 580-ish miles? That was
I think something
brutal,
like that.
but
Yeah.
I think it took us 16 hours. It may have taken some more or less, but
God. Did you do that in one day or did you split it up?
we did it all in one day. Yeah,
Oh my God,
Yeah.
dude.
we did. I think the only problem we had
Stud.
was Blaine had a fuel cell that started to develop a crack, and so we had to seal that up, and that was about it. So that was good. We did that right. I think not just. I guess also it wasn't pushing the car too hard this time. Didn't need to win the class. So I think that was another smart thing to do this time as well.
Mm-hmm. Man, what about you guys?
I mean, my biggest thing was finally just realizing that I had something screwed up in the car, and I made a big bar adjustment and big change halfway through coming into Pueblo, and it just so happened to be the right change. I guessed very right.
Nice. Nate, what about you, dude?
I would say that with a stick car, something's always on the verge of trying to break itself or whatever. And I think that I was fairly cautious about making sure I had a one and done pass at the track before. Every day I told myself, if it gets down, I'll turn it up if I have to and try to send it down. But I just got super lucky and was able to one and done every day without having to work on the car.
Right. I think in the recap I wrote, you were the quickest pass every day, right? In stick shift.
Yeah.
And that's
Luckily.
awesome. Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, that takes some skill there. Jason, what about you? What'd you do right, dude?
Anybody that's been around us or with us, especially on race week, knows that we always night drive. And we took a big gamble this year because I had my daughter, Bobby Joe, racing Junior Street, and Roxanne was, driving my pickup Cholo, pulling the camper for her. So we took a gamble to try day driving, and it actually worked out really, really well for us. Surprisingly, it was stressful for me. I like to get there as fast as I can and be there as early as I can so I can deal with any problems that we have. But it actually worked out really well. It made for a much more relaxed week overall.
Interesting. So, I mean, Bobby Joe's she's probably not giving up a driver's spot, but I wondered if that would be your new normal, even if they weren't racing.
You know, I don't know about 2.0 because 2.0 doesn't have the drive days, and it's a little more crammed together, you know. So we'll kind of see on that, but I would be looking for us to do more day driving on Rocky Mountain in the future.
Yeah. And especially, Dom and Nate, did y'all make the drive in a day or did y'all split it up?
Nope, it was all in a day. I think it took us 18 or 19 hours, but
you guys are wild.
Oh, that one we did not get in one day.
Me neither.
Unlikely to me, but
yeah, man, I can't imagine driving a car at your level at that for that.
You know, we would have made it in one day, but the car started going lean about the time that we hit Colorado, and instead of just throwing more fuel at it in the tune, I got super, super cautious because we've had so many issues, you know, in the past with melting pistons and everything else. So we must have spent 8 hours trying to diagnose it, I would say, at least 6 anyhow. So we made it to Mark Williams, I think, at like 11 or 11:30 that night, and then finished it the next day.
Yeah. That's awesome. Does your trailer have, I guess your trailer probably has trailer brakes, being that you've done so many Rocky Mountains.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have leaf springs right now, but it has trailer brakes.
Nico, does that stabbing cabin have does that have trailer brakes?
Yeah, it's got trailer brakes. I put a brake controller in my Mustang too, so
nice.
That definitely came in really handy around like Central City and all that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I can only imagine. What's that trailer weigh?
The title said like 1,500 or something like that, but I'm sure it's all of 2,000 with all the stuff loaded in it. I kind of want to get on the scales just to see where it's really at. I honestly have no clue.
I bet a margarita on 2650.
Whoa, bro! If it's that heavy, it weighs what the Mustang does.
Yeah, I weighed the Mustang at Great Bend. It's 3050. So it's
wow. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Tom, what about you? You said you didn't make the drive in a single day either. How far did you make?
Nah, there was no chance. We were planning this nice dinner, and then we got destroyed by 2 storms to where we were hiding in car washes and stuff to protect the cars because with Rob's daughter's car, Kenna, and only had paint on it for like 3 weeks. So it's like, yeah, we're not driving through potential like golf ball size hail.
Yeah.
So hid out in the car wash, and that kind of ruined the day's plans. And my car was still kind of being warm and whatever. So we got to Mark Williams again like 11:30 midnight, and then we cruised on up to Blackhawk, stayed in a campground near there, which was amazing. And woke up next morning and did the rest of the drive from there. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you, you guys, the photos I saw from the mountains really made me sad that I didn't go ahead and ruin my home life and stay with you guys. Man, that thing looked incredible. Was it nice being back in the mountains?
Oh, loved it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The mountain drive was pretty epic, that's for sure.
Yep, they're the best.
Yeah, man. Last question here: what could you have done better? What's a tip you could give somebody to watch out for next time?
Well, for me, it's being able to stage the car and bump in on this shootout. Goodness sakes, it was terrible. So my bump, had a whole new bump routine. We tuned in there earlier in the day and tested it and worked fine, and then get to the shootout and it didn't work at all. So I let off the brake and happened to go through the lights totally. And of course, Jason King, the guy that he is, just waited with the first bulb on and let me back up and try again. So I definitely owed that one to him. They could have just taken off with that, but that's definitely something I got to work on and do better. But I don't really race much other than just these events, so kind of working things out when we're there.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, seat time, I guess, and just pressing the button so many times before an event would definitely be there. Dom, what about you?
I don't know. I feel like we had a pretty good week. Like all in all, our group together had a pretty good week. Changed things up, got to town a little bit early, a little bit of relaxing before, so that was super nice. Something different, I would say, maybe try to slow down a little bit more. Our drives were pretty good pushes. Didn't get to kind of see some of the cool stuff, I guess. But I mean, for the most part, they're uneventful. Lost a couple fuel pumps and fuel filter. Other than that, like nothing really bad happened. It was a pretty uneventful week, so pretty happy about that.
Hell yeah, I would be too. Nate, what about you?
I just want to be more prepared next year before the event.
It'll never happen.
Yeah.
Never. Don't bring that logic in here now.
Yeah, I say it every year, but it's just seems to be down to the last couple of days.
Yeah. Hurley and Nico, what about you guys?
We actually thought we were really prepared until like I don't know, 6 days before. And then everything started falling apart. And the day we left, I had to shorten my ARB links 2.5 inches because the night before we left, we were out street tuning and heard a bang and put it on the hoist and found out the ARB links were way too long and they'd actually been hitting on the frame rails, which revealed a suspension issue that we have been fighting for 2 or 3 years now. I guess 2 years for sure. So we got that fixed, but that led to we needed more testing because in Great Bend we were hitting the bottom of the shocks because the frame could actually keep going down. We tried moving the shocks down and cranking the coil springs up some, and we just couldn't get the ride height back right. So a lot of people didn't even know, I don't think, but if you really watch some of the videos real close, when we are crossing the finish line, you'll see a little smoke come off the tires, and that's because they were ballooning and hitting the wheel tubs. My wheel tubs are destroyed at this point.
Damn.
Wow. That's crazy. Nico, what about you, dude?
I did just like 15 minutes of cruising with Brent on tuning with the trailer on and stuff like that, and it pulled great with the Mustang. We pulled a little timing out of it just to make sure for like the heat of the day, like no detonating or anything. And car honestly stayed cool. It's got the radiator out of Jason's OG car, so like cooling's never an issue. But I think with the increased load, I actually had fuel boiling issues going through the plains into Colorado, like that brush Sterling area and stuff like that. And the car's never done that. So
interesting.
It's run like 230 degrees before with like an old single pass like F body radiator in it and stuff like that, and never had fuel boiling issues. But ran into that, and then I never did test pulling the trailer behind the other trailer. So we had to do like 55 from Colorado to Great Bend because
that sucked.
The camper would sway so bad behind the car trailer. One day one of our friends brought me a sway control device at Great Bend, so we got that slammed on there pretty quick, and that made all the difference with that.
Yeah, we did 75 on the way home.
Yeah.
We weren't blowing tires and breaking leaf springs.
Yeah.
Yeah, convoy for sure on that thing, man. That's double pull and a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Tom, I think we know yours. Let's not take the heads off in the pits.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to say be more prepared, but it'll never happen until I actually live in the same country that I race in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to be fair, you can never be like 100% prepared, I don't think. I always go with the mindset of if I don't have it, I don't need it. And if I do need it, I'm sure someone in the pits has got it. Yeah. And, money can buy stuff. You can next day stuff from Summit. So, generally don't stress about like having everything all sorted and going. Like you'll figure it out.
Yeah. The whole time in the back of my head, I kept thinking, I don't have an extra fuel pump with me. And Steven burned up 2 at the circuit in the old truck. I didn't have 1 at all extra. Like that's dumb. so that's ordered, water pump ordered, all that kind of stuff for the Great American Detour coming up. So yeah, Mike Digi says the one head was off in Tulsa. Hey, big shout out to Danny Gruba.
Yeah,
I think what he could have done better is probably not come, because he would have had a lot better life.
He would have had a really nice weekend.
Oh man, he could have watched the live stream and had a good time instead of helping absolutely everyone.
I know. Yeah, the only saving
I'm so
grace
glad
was
he was there, though.
he came picked me up, and then the time it took to get there is I already had to head off in the Wildlands parking lot, so
Yeah.
they weren't that pleased about it. But yeah. What a better place.
You've been thrown out of better places than that.
Exactly.
That's awesome. All right, well, let me run through this real quick, and then we'll jump back into some fun stories. So big shout out to the Molly team, who not only sponsors Drag Driver Pete, but also a big sponsor of Rocky Mountain Race Week. And Jason Hurley, do you still have their pistons in there?
Yeah, we got their pistons in there. They custom built us a whole new set of pistons. Like, it was a big project getting these pistons figured out between Eric at Molly and their engineers and Danny here at Meltdown Racing Engines. Big collaborative effort. They went back and forth for a few weeks on design and everything and settled on stuff. And yeah, it's a full custom set of pistons in there now.
Dude, that's awesome. All right, well, let me run here, guys. Thank you again. Hit the share button as we move into the second half of the show here. Thank you for being our race car friends. And, of course, our sponsors. Can't do that without these guys. So if you're shopping, hit up Summit Racing, Deech Works, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, AFCO Racing Products, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Change 3D, and Low Dollar Motorsports, which I'm sure you guys have a bunch of those parts over there. Let me do this ad read for Performer Built, and we will run into it here. Performer Built is the official transmission builder of Drag Driver Pete. At Performer Built Transmissions, the goal is to engineer and build the toughest transmissions on the planet. Performer Built doesn't just rebuild transmissions, they systematically re-engineer each model to eliminate OEM flaws and to achieve the highest levels of performance. That's why they say their transmissions are not just built, they are Performer Built. Okay, let's get a little bit nerdy. I want to talk. So, Brad, you're a turbo. You two guys are turbos. Hurley's got a turbo or two turbos. Why are turbos the best, and why everybody should just run those? Right? Like, have you guys always been turbo guys?
Yes.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only way, in my opinion. I mean, really, like, you see, like, it just makes so much sense on valve train side of stuff. But is there a reason you do it, and what's your setup? And we'll just start with Brad.
Well, you got drivability going down the street or down the road, and then you can make big power putting the boost to it. So it just seems like the ideal way of doing that. I see some guys with Pro Chargers and Superchargers, and some have to swap them out and take them off or change their pulleys. But I think it's I don't know, it works well for us for sure.
And what size turbo setup do you have on yours?
I have twin 485s on it with the 427 LS engine.
That's awesome. And trans?
Turbo 400. It's an M&M transmission, and I added a gear vendors this time for the first time, and that was really nice. Being able to cruise down the road with a lower RPM.
Yeah, that's awesome. What kind of RPM are you turning at? 65,
I got
70?
390 gears, and it was about 2,500 going 70.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, that is a bit of a game changer. And Domin, you said are you a Power Glide? Is that right?
Yeah, Power Glide.
Oh wow, with a gear fender, right?
Yep.
Oh sweet. And you raced Rowdy Radio, so how does that? What's your gear in the back?
So I run a 355 rear gear, and then I street drive with 28s, so get a little bit more gearing on the street.
Wow, interesting.
It'll do about 70 at 2200 ish.
Oh, that's badass. And then what's your engine combo?
It's a Dart Block 427. The trick flow heads, single 88 from Midwest Turbos. It's the X275 class legal, GT45 base turbo. Air-to-air intercooler. Real basic.
Just streetcar stuff.
Yep. I did go to a 16 injector intake this year, and that was huge for me. That I was always just toeing the line of my fuel system. It was always my holdback point. Everything I did was just at the edge of the fuel system, and going to the 16 injector, now I'm making 30 pounds of boost at 40% duty cycle. It's super nice.
Interesting. So what size injectors do you have? Do you have like a small set and then a big set, or?
Nope, 210s all around.
Oh, wow. Interesting. And then Brad, are you single, big, gigantic ones?
Well, I've got dual fuel, so I got two complete different fuel systems. One that run on either E85 or I can use gas going down the road as well. And then I've got the billet atomizers for the methanol.
Big honking daddies.
Yep, 750s.
That's awesome. Nate, what about you, man?
Single injectors for me, just
Wow.
210s. But yeah, T56. So I have double overdrive. So I'm like 2,000 at 75 ish.
He's cruising in fifth gear at the speeds that I'll go.
Yeah.
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 He's like, I would go to 6, but it just lugs so hard.
Yeah. Just basic air to air, 88, Jose 88. Yeah, it's a just rod piston 5.3 with trick flows and a very, very basic setup.
Dude, that's badass to go that quick. It's what'd you run, like 850s or something like that? Hang on, I'm trying to pull it up.
I went a 20 versus Hurley. I tried.
that was a PB by like 3/10.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. And then did I hear that right? That Hurley spun and then got back in it and came around there at the end?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a mile an hour.
Yeah. You're like, I got him. Oh, damn it. Too soon.
I tried.
Yeah. That's the way it goes. Jason, do you run 2 sets of injectors too?
Yeah, we run. We just switched to Fuel Tech 810s on the top set for the methanol, and then we run Bosch 210s for our E85 on the street.
Damn, that's cool.
So,
yeah, I need to have that as a problem. I don't even think I could. I know I don't make enough to even need 2 10s. So
I got a set of billet atomizer 850s for sale. I can get you set right up, Michael.
Yeah, all I need, just bigger turbo, more stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah. So the way it goes, you buy injectors because they're a deal, and then you end up building around that. And then my injectors aren't big enough. I better go, bigger turbo now. So
right.
Tom, what about you, man? Are you single fuel?
Single 1500cc Beachworks injectors, which is sweet. We're not even testing them as like on the 85 yet, which is great. And then the single DW810 fuel pump in the back in the stock tank.
Damn,
So
that's
it's
awesome.
killer on the 85, and then one pump on the street. Try and stick to E where I can. It just depends on the availability. So.
Mm-hmm. And do you have a power glide or 400 in that car?
It's a power glide at the minute. We
At the
might
minute,
switch
what's that mean?
We might switch to a 400.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having my arm twisted to a 400 for another gear, so we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. And do you have a power glide in it? You and Donovan both. Is it just because it's lighter weight? Is what you had? Like, what's the reasoning behind the glide instead of like a 400?
Just what I went with. I don't really have a rhyme or reason. That was just my initial setup in the car was a bone stock 5.3 with a turbo and just a cheap power glide that I could put in there. And once I started kind of learning everything, it's just once I put a nice tranny in it, it's like, well, I know a power glide works. I know it's doing what I want it to do, so stick with it.
Yeah.
And on little tires, that low first gear of a 400, you're going to second gear leave a 400 anyways. So,
Gotcha.
Yep.
That makes sense.
That's
All right. Well, I don't have a ton of notes here because I feel like we could really wrap around some stuff. But I just want to know, how nice was it to get back into the mountains with Rocky Mountain Race Week? I know I asked that question earlier, but like drives, how do you set up for that? Like, was it just nice being back there? Because for a lot of you guys have come out and we've raced at Tulsa and Oklahoma City and all that kind of stuff several times. So was it nice to be back in that and have those struggles that come with racing in real DA compared to, Tulsa and everything like that?
Definitely for me, it's Rocky Mountain Race Week, right? So you got to be in the mountains. That's just got to be part of it. And that's been the key part for us and our family all along, is we just love the mountains. We go there on vacation, numerous times a year, every year, and doing this in the mountains is even better yet. So it's great for us.
yeah, the drives are awesome. The flatlands and all that of Texas, it was cool to see and cool to be down there. But I like the mountains. I mean, Washington's full of mountains too, so I'm used to it. I like the views. You know, it's just neat. It's a whole other aspect, whole other test of cars that you don't get on the flats. And instead of a bunch of wide open 70 for 400 miles of nothing, you're up and down and corners, and it's just different.
Real street car stuff.
You know, our buddy that came with us his first year with the Dart. We had told him, we had explained to him pretty good what the mountains was like and what was like, those drives were like, because he's done Redwood Rally with us over here a bunch. And he said after the event, he's like, you guys told me, like, you told me very well. He's like, but I just didn't understand it until I was in it. And I'm like, oh, shit, this is real.
Yeah, that car is so nice, man. Especially on the tiny tire like that, it looks so good.
Oh, yeah.
How'd you talk him into that?
Talk him into what part of it?
Going on the tiny tire.
Well, he ended up actually going back to a big tire after Great Bend because he rolled a pretty good time with the little tires on there, and he's like, well, hell, I might be competitive in Outlaw. So he had the big tires still, so he's like, I'm putting them back on.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow. So yeah, he did he stay in it after the 8th mile then, and just
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
He's same thing with me with the little tires. He's pretty gear bound.
Yeah.
So.
Damn, that's awesome. Nate, with you being a stick shift guy, does that help you in the mountains? Because you can downshift, you can ride that trans a little bit, or
I don't downshift it. It's pretty violent. Yeah, unless you've done it or been in it, you would. It's violent. So I'm usually worse off because I'm lugging it so bad. But then it's also got a slipper clutch in it. It's pulling a trailer, so I'm trying not to slip the clutch and. I'll just come to a stop in the front of everybody and start back over in first.
Hold please.
Downshifting it. Yeah. It's terrible to drive.
Man, that's
it is nice though because when I used to run Rowdy in the car, it had a 400 in it, so it would just coast on hills and stuff. So if I'm smart about the mountain drives now, I don't get into too high of a gear to where I RPM it a little more, but I still have that gear to hold me back on downhills. So that's way nicer for sure.
Interesting. Yeah, that's what. So when we were at Drag Week, they had us in kind of some mountains there in Pennsylvania, and coming down, Goldstone lost all of his brakes. They just hazed over, and he was like having to get on the trans brake to stop it. And they were pulling off on the in the ditch and shit in the Corvette to get it to stop. So. Yeah, I was hoping that would help you, but yeah, downshifting doesn't sound like it's the right answer there.
No, for some maybe, but it's violence, and it's rounding the teeth off of stuff every time I do it. So I just try to refrain from doing it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you there. That's scary. Hurley, what about you guys, man? So does yours free roll or whatever, however you would work?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, we're full race turbo 400. We've actually got that Sonic Smart module in ours now, so yeah,
what's
it
that
does.
Mean?
So
you got to tell me what
the Sonic Smart Tech module. Aaron put that in for us this year. Sold me on it. It actually completely reverses everything about the internals of a turbo 400. So your outer drum no longer spins. Everything that spins is in the center, and you lose about 6 pounds of rotating mass. Your shifts become so much cleaner and faster. It's unbelievable. There's actually a video out there if you go look up the Sonic Smart Tech module where they have a cutaway transmission that they run on a dyno to show you how it all works. It's pretty slick. It's an expensive upgrade. I had to dig in the piggy bank for that one, but it was well worth it in my opinion.
Yeah, wow.
But yes, no engine braking for us, but we do have trailer brakes on the trailer.
Yeah. You riding those things? Like, I don't know if I know I've never pulled a trailer in that kind of stuff, especially behind a fun car.
I mean, some of the really steep grades, yeah, we're kind of getting after them pretty good. But for the most part, not bad at all. I've actually had people stop me a couple years ago on a race week, the last one that was in the mountains, that they stopped me at the checkpoint. I think it was just outside of Bailey. And we're like, hey, man, your brake lights aren't working. And I was like, yeah, they are. They were like, no, they didn't work that whole way down the hill. I was like, I wasn't on my foot brake the whole way down the hill. I was on the trailer brakes. So
Damn, that's awesome.
they help tremendously.
Right. Did everybody pull a trailer except Tom?
Yeah.
Tom's insane.
Will agree.
I am switching to a trailer. I know now for a fact. Yard selling that thing every single day. That got old after the first day, I'll be honest.
Dude, how many days for the rooftop tent? Yeah. How many days for the rooftop tent where you're like, hey, can somebody help me put this thing on? You're like, bro, I'm out.
You can do it with 2 people. Like, it is possible. It's 180 pounds, but it's just the stretching over. If it was a little wider, it wouldn't be too bad. But you're kind of stretching forward, and you kind of shuffle back to the car, and yeah, it's a nightmare. So 4 people, it's great. And just like scrounging around, anyone who's available, like, yep, can you give us a hand, please? Just a little lift.
just a little lift on this corner.
Yeah.
Now put it on that pin.
Yeah, that's it. So we are going to switch to just go a nice aluminum trailer, same size as the roof tent, real low, so I can just put my full 12-gallon totes in, and then that'll be that. So it will save a ton for yard selling the car every day.
Right. So for folks that don't know, Tom parks that car at like a bunch of different places across the country. I mean, like, where's the car at now?
The car is at Alex Arquette place in Texas, North Texas.
Wow.
So CPT transmissions, which is great. It'll get dragged to Rowdy Street Cars in Huntsville, Alabama, where we'll do a whole bunch of work.
Yeah.
Some secret stuff.
Yeah, secret stuff. We don't want to get into that yet, but it's going to be really fun and very, very interesting. I'll say that.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what else. Yeah, best route stop, and why was it Bishop's Castle?
There was lots of burnouts. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah. Even I knew that you guys had a good time when my wife was sending me the thing from Custer County. She's like, "Did you see this?"
Yeah. There's like 9,000 comments on that post right now, I think, or something ridiculous.
No way. That's hilarious.
Mark Williams is cool too. I mean, I'm an engineering nerd, so it was cool to see, how they build all their stuff. Nice facility.
What about for everybody else?
Yeah, definitely Bishop's Castle for us. I loved it years ago when we went there. I thought it was awesome. I'm terrified of heights, so like going up there just pushes all my limits, and it's neat. It's a cool place, and I obviously had to go up there and do my redemption burnout for Nate and Nick Ball, because last time they both tried to do burnouts up there, they both broke something pretty substantially. So yeah, I had to go up there and bring one home for them. So I think we were one of the first groups up there that started the burnouts, and then looked back a little bit later and went, oh yeah, that took off.
Yeah, peer pressure's a bitch.
Oh yeah,
problem. Not for me, bro. I stayed away from that place.
He pushed his car down the hill when we were leaving.
Nope, don't even ask me to do one.
Yeah.
Brian Acton and Jay Blanchard have a rule: if they're leading, they're not doing burnouts.
I don't like that rule. I'm not on board with that rule.
No, not at all. We always like burnouts over here. All right, let's. I don't know what else we want to talk about. Let me get this ad read for Deechworks, and then we'll just. I don't know. I don't have a bunch of content after this or questions to ask you guys, but I just feel like you guys are the fastest ones there, and I would hate to not have fun, cool stuff to talk about. Hang on.
From street miles to track passes, your fuel system has one job: perform when it matters most. At Deechworks, we engineer high-performance fuel systems built for the demands of drag and drives. From injectors and fuel pumps to filters and regulators, every component is engineered to be reliable and consistent under real-world conditions. Whether you're chasing a personal best or driving hundreds of miles between tracks, Deechworks delivers the fuel system your build requires.
I know what we can talk about. We can talk about hotels or camping, because we've really seen on this side a push towards camping, where everybody is doing more of that so I can do more events and stuff like that. So what's y'all's choice for sleeping stuff throughout the week?
Camping if you can. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
my
agreed.
Nico bought a trailer. Jason Hurley bought a new trailer, a new camper setup, and then Tom's got a rooftop tent. So.
And it really is an if you can deal. Like, we won't have those on 2.0 because obviously I have to pull my battle trailer, and my daughter won't be junior streeting on 2.0. So we'll be hoteling it. But I've done both. I mean, honestly, the camping, it seems to get you more rest, to be right honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, the drive is the same, I guess, but then at that point, you're probably able to sleep for at least an hour longer the next morning by the time you get up and get your car ready to make the drive over and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
What about you other guys?
So we did Airbnbs this year at least at Pueblo and Great Bend, and that was nice. A little nicer than a hotel. I'm definitely not a camping person. I want something nice and closed away in a bed and a shower, and yeah, I'm bougie.
Nothing wrong with that.
And our Airbnb in Great Bend was it was only a mile from the track, probably.
Yeah.
Not even.
Shit, that's awesome.
There was a fishing pond, a catch and release pond, and I mean, it was a super cool place.
Yeah, had a cool house mascot, a cat. It's just our buddy the whole time.
Nice. He was like, "Hey, you don't have to throw those back." Yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about Airbnb stuff. Typically,
it's been nice just having like your own house and rooms to just a little bit better of an aspect than a hotel, but
yeah.
And we went down to Walmart and bought some kids fishing poles and went out to the pond every night that we were there. So it was a pretty good time.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Did you catch anything? Is the question?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Nice ones.
Yeah, those fish are like, dude, they're just going to put those back. You might as well eat it. It'll be fine. Brad, what about you?
Yeah, we've done both as well. It seems like when the whole family, which this is kind of a family event for us, we kind of tend towards the hotels, but we have had our camper before. And in Great Bend this year, some of us stayed in my camper because it was part of my trailer. So, yeah, I agree that it's definitely convenient to have it at the track and be able to not have to drive into town to worry about your stuff at the hotels as well. It's kind of right close by where you can keep an eye on it and that type of thing as well. So we've done both, but I can do it either way.
Yeah. Tom, when you would get to the track, would you unload the rooftop or did you typically sleep that night?
Typically, we left it on the car purely because it's more stable. It's out of the way. It was either trying to find someone to help get it off if you got there really late, and it was like it's just easy to leave it on the roof. I know for the day that we had 2 days at Pueblo, we left it on the floor because again, easier. I'm not going to lift it back on the roof of the car to take off again the next morning. There's no point. But like I say, I've done all of it. I've done hotels, I've done Airbnbs and camping. They all have the benefits. Like I say, I do love a nice bed and a nice shower myself. But then there is the ease of staying at the track. Like, there's not this mad rush to get your stuff turned around and get to the hotel or go and find some food or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like 33% on all of them. I like all options, and I'll pick and choose depending on what event I'm doing. If I'm racing, I'll have the roof tent. I'll stay in that. But if I'm just spectating or whatever, then, yeah, Airbnb or hotel, 100%.
How about co-pilots? Obviously, I think everybody at this point had co-pilots. We're glad Nico's co-pilot was with it, except for Tom. Nico's co-pilot was with it because we got some badass burnout videos. So that was really cool.
He's a madman.
Damn it, Jimmy.
Yeah.
So did everybody else have co-pilots?
Oh yeah, I did. And it's definitely, I couldn't do it without it. There's too much to change over from race mode to street mode, and I'm too old to do all that myself. So I got Devin Wright's been helping me a lot. He's a buddy of Blaine's from college, and the guy just knows what to do. It gets done before I even ask him to do it. So it's been super helpful.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have a checklist? I guess that'd be my second question too. Like, do you, or is it just kind of known?
Sorry, say that again, Michael. I missed that.
Yeah. So do you have a checklist, or do you just kind of know what to do? You know, is there like a physical?
There is a physical checklist for every aspect of what we do during the week. I forget too much stuff otherwise. It's the only way to be consistent and get it all done, in my opinion.
Interesting. Donovan, Nate, what about you guys?
Yeah, my wife's my co-pilot from the first year we did Rocky Mountain 21. So yeah, I couldn't do it without her. She's on the directions. Awesome. She does everything, helps me cross the car over, everything. So definitely couldn't do it without her. And we don't have a checklist. We're not that fancy. We just go.
Blaine says checklists and spreadsheets.
Oh yes, definitely. And you know, you mentioned your wife. My wife has been to all these with us as well. She rode weeks in her 2019 Camaro, so she loves driving her car too, and that's her chance to do that. And of course, Blaine races the Isuzu pickup, and my other son Brenton does the '82 Corvette. And it's kind of been what we've done since the kids were little is race, and we've done motocross, you know, off-road motorcycle racing. We've done sprint karts, outlaw sprint karts, and this, it just kind of morphed into drag racing. It's just what we do as a family, and it gets us back together at least once or twice a year now to do these. So definitely a family reunion for us.
Right. So do the kids live all over the place, or they?
Blaine's in Kentucky, worked at Brian Tooley Racing, and then my other son is here in Wichita, so he's close by. But then we got our extended drag and drive family too. That you know, Rocky Mountain Race Week, we got a whole bunch of guys that we just keep connected through the whole year, and appreciate all those guys. It's definitely a reunion. We missed Steve Willingham this year. He didn't quite make it in time, but he tried to get to come spectate from New York City, right? So didn't quite make it. I think he made it to Junction City and his car broke down and he had to head back. So
dang it.
Missed him this year.
Yeah, for sure. Steve's one of my favorite folks.
Yep, for sure.
Nate, what about you, man? Who's your co-pilot?
The first couple years was Brady Davis, and I couldn't have done. I had no idea what I was getting into for sure, so I couldn't have done it without him. But the last 3 years since I switched to stick shift, it's been a buddy of mine, Joey Sabuco, out of Hermiston, Oregon, that fabricator, and I couldn't do it at all without without somebody now, because just adjusting the clutch takes two people and all that stuff. And I got to do it a couple times a day. So it's rough by yourself for sure.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Man, it made me think Rich Guido, making all the changes to his car, and his dad being his co-pilot, half the time he's not going to slide underneath there and do all that stuff. So yeah, stick shift racing is hard. It's very hard. Hurley, what about you, dude? Who's your co-pilot this year?
So my oldest son Logan actually returned to the co-pilot seat this year. It was the first time in 5 or 6 years since he's done it.
That's awesome.
He graduated high school this year. He's going off to college this fall, so he kind of wanted to have a little extra fun this summer, but was grimacing about the idea of doing it at first because he's like, I got to make a lot of money this summer, Dad, so I can pay for college, And I was like, well, how about if I pay you to come co-pilot for me? And
nice.
All of a sudden, he was all excited. So we had a great time. It was really cool having him back in the cockpit,
Yeah.
Man,
was that like a by the hour pay, or that just a hey? I'm
no, it was a flat rate pay. It was a flat rate pay, and when I told him I'd pay him. I told him I'd pay him $1,000 to come co-pilot for me for the week. And his eyes got all big. He's like, "That's more than I'm making a week as it is." And I was like, "Crap! I came in too high."
Oh, that's funny.
I hope our co-pilot.
Yeah. You can't be saying that out loud.
Yeah, come on.
That's awesome. Nico, who is your co-pilot?
Because that's my buddy Jimmy. He's actually sitting back over here right now.
What up?
That's Jimmy. Damn it, Jimmy.
we met out at the car meets, at the night car meets, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, or even longer. We've been buddies for a while. He's been talking about doing it. And we finally actually made it happen and stuff like that. So
Nice.
he's been pretty good. He's actually been pulling his weight and stuff like that and figuring out, what this whole drag and drive deal is about and turning the car over and everything. Because there's not a lot of turnover with the Mustang, but just trying to get him prepped as to what all it's going to entail if I get the other car out, in time and stuff like that. So hopefully we can get him ready for that. Just dipping his toes right now, per se.
Right.
Jimmy had it way easier than Logan last week.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the changeover like on that car?
On my car or on Nico's?
No, on yours. I mean, Nico's is pretty easy stuff.
So typically, like if we're going at a normal pace, it's about a 2-hour changeover each direction. And yeah, we're spreadsheets that are all laid out, and as we finish something, we highlight it yellow, so that we know that both parties know that part is done. I mean, we typically are each doing the same things every time, but if one of us gets ahead, we'll start picking up the other one's list to try to get it done faster. The fastest we've ever done it was last year on Mega Week with my cousin Joe, who a lot of you guys know that does 2.0 with me pretty much every year. We did it on zero sleep. We pulled into Flying H at 5 a.m. and the car was turned around and track ready at 6 a.m.
Wow.
And I don't know if that was just like the sixth wind of the night that came in or what. Man, we were humping it.
Yeah. Yeah, Brenton says, I'm in college. Where's my pay? Come on, Dan. Bring it on.
Yeah, we'll get his.
Tom, no co-pilot this time, right?
Typically not, no, because there's actually not the room in the car because it's full of other bits and there's not enough room for a person. But I had Danny on Mega Week, which was a huge help. We had the trailer, so a lot of the stuff went in the trailer, which was great. And yeah, having that extra person really does help. This one I had Rob Lipensky as my honorary co-pilot, just lend a hand as and where he could, which again, huge help. So having that extra person, even just for advice, like my car doesn't take a lot to turn around. Like it's tires and fuel. That's basically it. We don't even bother changing the tune because it's on a flex fuel sensor, so it does that automatically, which is great. But yeah, having that extra pair of hands does really help.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And Mike,
Yeah.
didn't you say it's a co-pilot or cookies? There's not room for
Yeah.
both here.
Rather have the seat reserved for cookies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have to admit that I do need Blaine to help me tune the car as well. I can't do that all on my own. He's got it too complicated for me to figure out. So it takes Blaine to get us down the track.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Brent's always tuning mine, so it's me, the co-pilot, plus the tuner. So
Yep.
Yeah, I have Matty from Haltech in Australia tuning mine, which is great, but also a nightmare because of that time difference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So thankfully I can call him at 3 a.m. his time and he'll answer, but I only do that if I'm really desperate.
Yeah. Right. You're like, I really want a 950 out of this thing before I leave. How much up the road can I give it?
Well, we couldn't even do that because the day before my laptop died, it wouldn't boot at all. So I had nothing to go off of. So Rob and I just looked at it, and Rob was like, "Well, I've done this before." So okay, all right, let's swing for the fences. So.
And that's great. Is the motor that's in that car, is it still the one you put the piston in at Tulsa?
No, this is the one that Red Hat Scotty and Brendan Moore built for me on Mega Week as a surprise.
That's right. That's right.
So it's a Gen 4 rod Molly power pack piston, stock head deal with a BTR stage 3 cam, I think.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, as we wind down, big shout out to Deechworks and all the cool stuff they do for us. Again, fully power. It's all like everything in UK Tom's car is Deechworks, and it works. Last bit here, and then I don't even know what we're going to talk about in this segment, but we've got 10 more minutes left in the show. So AFCO Racing, racers know when you want performance that wins, you want AFCO. From shocks and suspension to cooling brakes and more, AFCO Racing has been helping teams go faster for over 30 years. Built by racers for racers. Check out the AFCO Advantage and follow them today on social media for the latest in performance parts. AFCO Racing, built to win. Let's talk about suspension stuff. Donna, what did you mean an hour and a half ago when you said you guessed right on your suspension. What did you mean? How did you bar change?
So not being at Great Bend for a while and remembering it from years ago, we showed up there and I was thinking the track was going to be just phenomenal, and my car wouldn't get down it. I struggled.
Well, dude,
there.
you were the first car down.
I was the first car on the track, which I mean, being rowdy, I usually am. I mean,
Yep.
Tulsa, both years I was, and it's pretty normal. So I figured the car would do okay. I didn't put something in there that I thought was too insane, but I thought it was going to be a pretty hot tune-up, and it didn't. And then even on the 511 pass that I turned in that day, it wasn't happy. It rolled traction control curve and it wasn't happy. So I just like, okay, must be the track isn't quite what I was thinking it was. It's super fresh. There isn't a whole lot of prep on it yet, whatever, something. So I get to Kearney, and I've typically had good luck at Kearney, and I could not get down that track to save my life. And everything I did, nothing worked. Nothing worked. So I have a new converter this year in the car and changed first gear, did a bunch of changes, changed some rear end brackets, put my torque boxes and all that in it. And I finally just thought, I'm like, all right, I need to do a bar change. Something's wrong on the car. It's not both tracks, it's the car. And so when I showed up to Pueblo, I did a bar change, put a little bit more upper bar angle in it, and hit it way harder, which I found out is a big thing when you put a nice converter in a car finally, is you have to hit it hard enough. If you don't hit it hard enough, it's just going to lock right away, and it's going to knock the tire off of 0.6, which is what I was doing every single time. So just kind of guessed. I did exactly what you don't want to do. I did a bar angle adjust, a shock adjust, leave adjust, RPM adjust, boost ramp adjust, everything. Changed it all, and it just worked. So I got lucky. Wow. Really lucky.
Interesting. So, who do you talk to about that stuff? Or were you just thinking about that as you're making that drive?
I have a couple people that I talk to and give me pointers here and there, but most of it was just, yeah, well, I'm doing something wrong, so let's just try it all and see what happens.
Interesting. Wow. How cool. Anybody else make crazy changes to their suspension stuff? Do you want to give details for here?
Yeah, we made crazy changes. Well, we already talked about that.
Yeah. But I meant during the week, did you struggle or anything? You went down pretty good both passes. I think I saw on at Great Bend, right?
Me?
Yeah.
No. We didn't really get a clean pass, I think, until we were up against Brad. Was our first truly clean pass of the week. And it wasn't where we wanted it to be by any means.
Yeah, thanks for that, Jason.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, we fought it all week. We have a lot of work to do on the suspension, figuring it out, and we need test time and new wheel tubs.
Damn. So are you saying you showed the taillights to two of the people that are on this panel right here? Is that what you're saying?
I wasn't saying it that way. You are.
Yes, you did.
Well, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Only chance I had was not to have a clean pass for him, and he had a very clean pass. It looked good.
Wow.
I was just super stoked that that Nathan had a PERT PB and Brad and Dustin both knocked the tires off trying to run me down. I'm like, if that's the way that it's gonna come down to that, I want guys doing personal bests and blowing tires off trying to beat me, because it's anybody's race any day. We've screwed it up before.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. I just had a question. I can't remember what it was for. Don, but I don't know. I'll think about it here in just a second. What haven't we talked about? I feel like I've just been all over the place. You guys have done great tonight. What haven't we talked about from Rocky? Oh, 4-second passes, bro. Come on.
Yeah. I've been trying. I got to get my life figured out.
That's all right, man.
It would have. So at Pueblo, once I made the big adjust and I started getting my timing dump and all that out of it, the car was going about 800s faster every adjust, and I ended up turning a 505 in there, I think. So I think one more pass in Pueblo and I'd have probably got that 4, but at that point I was sitting at a point where I couldn't get caught in Rowdy for first place, and I had a 400-mile drive to go. So,
Yep.
and I mean, my wife especially was like, just make another pass, just make another pass. I'm like, no, my luck. I know what's gonna happen. So
It's always the one more.
yeah, just saved the car and made sure I could make the drive. And yeah, I was hoping to get it in the shootout, but then I knew Mark was figuring out his car in a hurry. He started the week just not putting much power in it, and I knew that. I talked to him a bunch, and I'm like, man, as soon as he figures out how much power he needs to put in that car, it's going to be fast.
Yeah.
And he did all week. He got faster and faster, and he showed up to Pueblo and shaved 3/10 just in one pass. I'm like, oh, we're good. So I knew the shootout was going to be super close, and so I didn't want to get too much at it, especially with Great Bend not being the best. I knew in the buy run that I got, it went down and it took everything all right. So I did steepen stuff up a little bit, hoping I was going to get a little bit more out of it. I ended up picking up, I think, 4 mile an hour over my first pass. So I put some more power in it. It didn't take it as much down low. Honestly, I never even pulled the log to see what it did down low. I put the car in the trailer and was done. So still got to kind of see what it did.
1,400 miles in a car.
Hour, so it picked up some power.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. 1,400 miles in the car. Have you guys even got in them again since you've been back?
I drove it in the shop.
Pulled it off the trailer, drove it in the garage. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what's so great about these events. You know, I probably never would drive this car if it wasn't for these events, really.
Yeah.
It's great to have these to go to and get a chance to use your vehicle, actually race them and drive them.
Actually use them more than being just a straight race of,
it
comes out of a trailer, you tow it to the line, you tow it back. I would personally lose interest in a car if that's what it was for me. Like I have to have that drive aspect and be able to drive to town if I want to, or, a week of just an event instead of show up to a race for a weekend to get 3 passes all weekend and that's it. So
how tough would that be?
Yeah.
At least this way, if you only get 5 passes in a week, it's because you also drove 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Mike Dingy asking here, Bandamere next year. Yeah, I mean, as we're here, and that's what the plan is to be back at Bandamere. And then Jason and Nico, there's one going in Greeley or something, right? Like an 8th mile track?
So I mean, obviously we have Bandamere going in. That's about 45 minutes from my shop, which we're super excited about. There's also one going in at Colorado National Speedway. It's it's an 8th mile asphalt, full no prep type of deal. So I mean, obviously we'll never see a Rocky Mountain Race Week there.
Yeah.
I'm not real sure what we'll see for fast no prep racing there either. We're definitely interested to see it open up and see what happens there.
Yeah, proved the point there, but don't know if cars will be super fast. But hey, at least it'll be one spot you can go out and at least run through the gears in full throttle, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. Probably not your car, but maybe like my truck. Go there.
We've done some no prepping with my car. I really enjoy no prepping. What's yet to be seen is it sounds like the shutdown's only going to be 1,000 foot. 1,000 foot shutdown. So we gotta kind of see how fast that track's going to be and whether or not it'd be smart for us to run my car there.
Right.
So I've seen you guys win 23 race week and then go and do Steel City and then win that as well. So
that is absolutely accurate, Tom.
Yeah, I remember that. It's the first event I did in my car. So
that's awesome. Yeah, there's like a 300 or 400 foot track in California, I think, that's just mainly built more for street cars, DOT tire type stuff. And I think they do pretty well. I mean, I see, I follow them on Facebook to see how it works, and who knows? I mean, listen, we'll take all we can, because then all it takes is one senator or congressman to go out there and enjoy themselves, and then suddenly, they get state funding or something. I am excited about Bandamere, and that'll be the last part as we close out here. But Bandamere is going to be a big deal because they have a full vision for that whole thing. It's like, what would you say, 1,100 acres or some shit like that? And the old one was like 70 acres or something crazy.
It's going to be insane. I think they're doing like a full facility, brand new facility for it, which is going to be like purpose built, which is going to be incredible. Like, I love Bandamere. I hope it still has the vibe of the original Bandamere, which is going to be difficult to replicate, but they'll find a way. Hopefully it'll be as good as the old one.
Yeah, I think this new place is going to be what we've needed as far as like Dragon. Like it's a full facility. Like it'll have storage and warehousing and all that kind of stuff. I think that will help grow a lot, and then also protect them too. It'll be much harder to encroach with houses as they get close.
Right.
Wow. Mike says the new parking lot is almost the size of the mountain. That'll be nice to have something that's, built by a team that is just truly, I mean, they live it and have lived it for a long, long time. So, this should be one of the nicest places I would think in the country. And we know they'll be able to lay down some of the right stuff. So, all right, anything else we've forgotten to go over about Rocky Mountain Race Week or anything else? Tom, when are you coming back? What are we going to see next?
I should be.
2.0?
I might be back. I might be back for Drag Week and co-piloting.
Nice.
We'll see, but otherwise PRI is the next thing.
Gotcha. Damn, that's a long time, dude.
Yeah, the funds really got drained on Race Week on 1.0. I shouldn't have looked, but I did, because I need to go grocery shopping this week before I get paid. So I kind of had to see how much I could go and get groceries for.
So you gotta. It's a good thing they don't sell cookies over there, is what you're saying?
Yeah, well, yeah, and then they pay the cost in my mom and grandma, so we ran theirs with dinner, so I don't have to buy groceries for that day.
Nice.
Tom needs a grocery sponsorship.
Yeah.
Tom needs a wife. He needs a sugar mama, is what he needs. That lives here in the States.
Maybe you can get Kraft as mac and cheese as a sponsor or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chips Ahoy.
The Chips Ahoy sponsors.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome for telling stories and stuff like that. So, for everybody, I mean, is there anybody that has some places people can follow you on social and see all your adventures?
Yeah. Go ahead, Brad.
BTX3 Racing for us on Facebook. That's about it.
Yeah, I just have my normal page.
Nice. Nate, what about you, buddy?
Yeah.
Just Facebook.
Yep.
Facebook and Instagram, both Meltdown Racing.
Nice. And then Nico Christofri, is that how I say your last name?
Yeah, just Nico Christofri on all platforms is where you will find me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tom?
Yep, and Tom Bagley on Facebook and Bags96 on Instagram and YouTube.
Sweet. All right, I'm going to kick you guys backstage. You're more than welcome to hang out. We can talk after this, but we'll shut it down. Thank you all very much for coming on tonight. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us, Michael.
Yeah, thank you, Mike.
All right, y'all. What a fun night, dude. Thank you for coming on and doing this with me, man. I appreciate that. It literally a couple of hours ago, I'm like, hey, Eric is having too much fun to come on tonight. Can you? You're like, fine, I'll take a nap. Did you take a nap?
No, I didn't take a nap. And actually, it's probably the worst thing to do is go for a nap because it's 3 o'clock in the morning right now, and I'm actually not that tired. So
that's awesome.
That's the concerning bit.
What time do you have to be at work?
I have to be working 6 hours.
Oh my gosh, dude, you'll be fine. 6 hours
Yeah,
is
I'll be
more
fine.
sleep than you got all week.
It is 5 hours of sleep. That's a
You're
lie.
sick. That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for being our race car friends. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate everybody doing all the stuff they did, all the comments tonight, man. It was awesome. It kind of helped spur me on for some of the conversation. I didn't do a very good job of making notes, but man, when you got these badasses on the show, makes it easy. And of course, thank you to our sponsors for all they do for us here and for the stuff they have, they help with in the sport. So Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, AFCO Racing Products, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Change 3D, and Low Dollar Motorsports, and of course, Power Tube TV and Racing Junk Classifieds. All right, guys, Eric will be back on Saturday. I don't know if we'll do a show Saturday, to be honest. I have the 2-lane throwdown, so that could be kind of tough. Maybe Eric will just host for this, and I don't know. Maybe he hits Tom up and sees if he wants to do it.
You can say I am free Saturday. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Nice.
Saturday works well for me because it's mid-afternoon. So
nice. All right. Well, cool. All right, guys. Thanks, Tom. See you, buddy.
Take care.